Now at 6, Black Friday is almost here. I'm Kaylee Collins with a message to parents from medical experts when it comes to buying certain products for their kids.
Tenants of Concord Hills Apartments are rallying again. I'm Kay Pattyfoot in Hartford. This time they're joined by one Hartford council member as their temporary housing is set to expire.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. Getting closer to Thanksgiving. Starting to think about what the travel's going to be like before and after and day of. Matt Scott, we got a lot to talk about these next couple days.
We do, and we got a little rain to talk about today. Now, thankfully, this is a Tuesday thing and not a Wednesday thing, which makes a couple gazillion people driving out of the state. Obviously makes it a little easier for them tomorrow. But if you're traveling today, you got a dry morning, midday rain, and a dry evening. This is not a long rainmaker, but it is in the afternoon. Wednesday travel for us is dry. We are watching a pretty potent system tracking through the nation that will definitely mess with a few of you. For us, it'll mess with us on Thanksgiving, which right now looks like it's going to be wet, but not white. Satellite radar picture shows the increasing cloud. Off to the west, you've got a decent rain band that's moving through Scranton and down through Allentown. That gets here by about, let's call it 10 a.m. You'll start to see a little bit of rain towards the tail end of the commute. But the main event, as you can see, the more steady, more moderate rainfall, 10 to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we'll wind it down, clear out the skies, and that'll be it for a good 36 hours. 40 degrees right now in Hartford is not bad thanks to the clouds. 45 in New Haven, 44 in Groton. On the way up to the upper 40s, let's call it around 50, 51, 52, kind of like yesterday. Temperatures just a little bit above normal. Coming up, we'll time out the rain now and the rain later and see which one impacts you the most as we get into the holiday weekend. We'll talk about that coming up. 6:02, no rain affecting the road warriors early this morning.
Not yet.
Good morning, Rachel Piscadelli.
Hey, good morning, Matt. We had an earlier crash on 91 out by exit 17 in the Meriden area. That has cleared for the morning commute. So a live look outside over various locations across the state. Meriden looks good now where Wilbur-Cross Parkway meets 91. And then also in Waterbury this morning, 84 east and westbound running smoothly. We're starting to see our delays building from Fairfield through Norwalk this morning, so give yourself some extra time. New Haven to New York now just over an hour drive on the southbound side of 95. Tim and Erica?
Well, this Thanksgiving week, a lot of teachers in Connecticut are saying they're not really feeling the thanks.
The Connecticut Education Association is set to release the findings of a teacher survey today that show issues with pay, student behavior, and burnout.
Yeah, Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro joins us right now. He's live outside the CEA building in Hartford. Angelo, what else was on this survey?
Tim, Erica, good morning. So a news conference to discuss the findings in that survey is scheduled for 1 o'clock this afternoon. That will take place right here across the street from the CEA building over at the state capitol. Now, the Connecticut Education Association says that it will present concrete action steps during that news conference to address the findings, the issues reported by teachers in that survey, and lawmakers as well as teachers will also share their perspectives as well. Now, we do not have our hands on that survey just yet, but the CEA did preview some of those big issues reported in that survey. Those include challenges with student behavior, alarming levels of teacher stress and burnout, inadequate pay and respect in the profession, and how these issues drive the ongoing teacher shortage. Now, this latest survey comes after the CEA released its back-to-school survey. That was in August, and that survey also found widespread dissatisfaction among educators when it comes to things like teacher shortages, low pay, stress, lack of respect, and growing concerns about student mental health and behavior. Teachers were also asked what should be done to help with retention and getting more people into the profession. Top responses on that end, they were higher salaries, 82%, better working conditions, 66%, more support, 63%, and other responses included less time spent on administrative tasks, more time for planning and collaborating, less testing, and more autonomy. Now, another key finding that really paints the pictures here, 69% of teachers expressed dissatisfaction with conditions in public education. We're live in the capital city this morning. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Angela, thank you for that report. While many of us prepare for Thanksgiving, some people are already looking ahead to Black Friday and getting that holiday shopping started.
Yeah, but before you search for those deals, medical experts have a warning for parents about some popular products that may be harmful to teens and children.
Kaylee Collins joins us live in Hartford this morning. And Kaylee, I guess that warning pertains to skincare?
Tim, Erica, that's right. Particularly anti-aging products that are continuously being marketed to young people, teens and children, specifically young girls, as a way to keep their skin looking youthful and glowing. Now, many of these products contain ingredients like retinol that are made for adults to use, and also other acids as well. But social media feeds are saturated nowadays with content aimed at young people that suggests that these kinds of products will help them maintain that youthful look. In an effort to educate parents on this trend, Connecticut Attorney General William Tong and medical experts with Connecticut Children's Hospital held a news conference on this yesterday. Doctors say that the ingredients in these kinds of products are not suitable for kids and may potentially be harmful.
So a kid may come into the pediatrician with pretty irritated skin or sunburn in the summer because they were using some of these products. It may actually make their acne worse, their eczema worse. And so you have to, as pediatricians, we actually have to ask, have you used any of these products? And you have to be cognizant and know the brands that they use. It's very hard because there's so many of them.
Now, Attorney General Tong has sent a letter to Sephora to ask why such products are featured on their site under searches that include kids, skin care for kids, and gifts for children. We'll tell you what else he had to say in that letter coming up at 7 o'clock. Reporting live in Hartford this morning, Kaylee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Kaylee, thanks so much. Well, while officers search for whoever killed a 16-year-old in New Haven, an organization is stepping up to help make people feel safe. Fox 61's Kayla Cage shares their mission.
The Texas-based 1 in 5 Foundation for Kids wants to provide safety patrol teams. They plan to have them located in Goff and Hudson neighborhoods, Hill House School neighborhood, and known school bus stops. This comes after a teen was gunned down in the city and a passing school bus was hit by gunfire. 1 in 5 Foundation for Kids based in Texas is making their way to New Haven to add additional safety for students. It's formerly known as the Uvalde Foundation for Kids, and it was founded after the Robb Elementary School shooting in Uvalde, Texas in May 2022. The organization heard about the death of a 16-year-old New Haven public school student. Police say the teen was shot near Goff Street Park in New Haven on Friday afternoon. A school bus coming from Celentano Biotech Health and Medical Magnet School was passing by the area of the incident and was hit by a stray bullet. Police say, fortunately, the students and the driver on board weren't hurt, but were definitely left shaken up.
You have a group of kids, who are traumatized. Not only the kids that were on the bus, the community, they're also those kids that came back to school with the stories also, which further traumatizes the entire school. And probably the whole New Haven public school system.
In a statement sent to Fox 61, the foundation says it's heartbroken after learning of the shooting, going on to say, "We are responding immediately to the current shooting of this student with immediate deployment of our school community safety patrol teams and additional crisis support resources at this time. The patrol teams will monitor surrounding blocks of the campus to increase safety and provide student support to the school community. They will be placed at different bus stops throughout several New Haven neighborhoods, offering an extra bit of safety."
If they're authentic and they have good intentions, we welcome it. It's another set of eyes.
Leonard Jihad is the founder and executive director for a local organization working to create safer communities in New Haven. He says this patrol plan could very well be effective.
When you have responsible adults out there, it does prevent violent crime because no one wants witnesses, and for the most part, no one wants to put anyone else at harm except their intended target,
Jihad hopes they will partner with his organization or others that is familiar with the New Haven community.
Know the culture, know the hot spots, and, where violence may potentially occur. And so I hope that they will also engage, with the police.
The foundation is offering a reward up to $5,000 for information leading to an arrest of the shooter. Now, there are guidelines that you must follow, and you can find that information on our website, fox61.com. In New Haven, Kayla Cade, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Kayla, thank you. Now, several people in Hartford still don't know when they'll be able to go back to their homes after a fire. Tenants of the Concord Hills apartments held another rally yesterday to try to get help. And as Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot reports, one city councilman has now joined their fight.
It's been 4 months since a fire displaced over 100 tenants from the Concord Hills apartments in Hartford. On Monday, City Councilor Josh Mitchum introduced a resolution to the City Council demanding an extension of the temporary housing. Hartford Councilman Josh Mitchum joined Monday night's council meeting from the council chambers with Concord Hills tenants behind him. He's advocating for the tenants union of the Concord Hills apartments. The latest rally cry in what has been a months-long fight.
I say tenant, y'all say power. Tenant, power. Tenant, power.
People living at the Concord Hills apartments have been without a home after a fire ripped through their apartment building in August.
And the people who even had anything saved up for emergencies, everything is gone. So I don't know what they really expect us to do, but we could really use an extension because they just had us sitting around like ducks for nothing.
In Hartford, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Well, next week, those tenants should find out if they have an extension to stay in temporary housing or if they'll have to leave. Tenants said they will camp out at City Hall before that happens.